Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Justin Wolf from Wolf Customs, and this is my wife, Heather Wolf. Most of you guys already know her. So it is our anniversary, and what are we at, 11, 12 years now? 11, okay. Been together 12 years.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because in the 12 years that we've been together, Heather's been camping with me from, since day one. But, the kind of camping that she's more inclined to doing with me and everything else is tent camping and all that good stuff. Which is fine because it's still a lot of fun, it still gets us out of the house and everything. But here lately she's been really taking an interest in the type of camping that I personally enjoy. And so that's what we're going to do, this weekend. This little spot that we have found here, we kind of just drove out this direction on a whim. Didn't really know where we were going, and we kind of came across this place here, where we've got a good amount of background that we can play in and everything else, and she can learn some stuff. But we're still, right behind us is a lake, and this is nothing more than a park and everything else. So, it doesn't take her out of her comfort zone, and I still have things that I enjoy in the background. So I think the first thing that we're going to work on is I'm going to teach her how to set up a particular type of shelter for us tonight, and move a fire pit and all that good stuff. So okay, so first thing you're going to want to do, Heather, is these sticks like this kind of poking up. We need to clear them out of here, throw them back. So our shelter is going to go between these two trees and then back this way. And it'll probably extend back to, somewhere in this ballpark through here. So let's go ahead and start removing all this nonsense. You're going to need a knife. Okay, everything that we need for this shelter is going to be right there in that roll. So go ahead and unroll it. The bands, when you take the bands off, you want to stick them in like a pocket or something like that so you don't lose them.
I don't have any pockets.
Here, hand them to me. Dog's back here going nuts.
She's got it wrapped around her waist.
She's always got something wrapped around her. Okay, so the blankets and the bed mat and the pillowcase, just go ahead and pull out for the time being. Keep the pillowcase separate because the cord and everything else is in there. Stakes and all that good stuff. Okay, something that I like to do is the bag, is I don't like to bend over and get it on the ground all the time. I like to hang it. I'll show you an easy way to hang it and also teach you a knot that is very effective. I'm going to wrap it around the tree. Maya, stay over here. Okay, you watching? Go over the top and around just like you're getting ready to tie your shoe.
Okay.
Okay? And bring this under it and loop through just like that. And that just cinches down like that to the tree.
Okay.
Now to pull it loose, just a slip knot so it slips right out. Maya, she's in the damn creek. Okay, give it a shot. Over the top, there you go. Now under. Good. Bring this under. Create a loop. Good. push it forward. Okay, push right here. Push right here.
Oh.
There you go. Then you can really cinch it down like that.
Okay.
And again, like I said, to undo it, you just pull that. It pulls right out. So try that again, except for hang it as high as you can. Maya, get over here. Okay, so like I was showing you, that thing will just slip right out. Little safety trigger that you can do is you can just put a little toggle in there, close that down just like that, and then that thing ain't gonna slip out on you. Okay, so now we need to create where we're going to hold our bag. Okay, so we're just gonna put a simple slip knot in this thing. You're simply going to go like this, put a little loop in it, bring it around, and that just puts that little loop in it, just like that, right?
Okay.
Now, when you do it though, if you do it towards your anchored side, like that, see how it tightens down on me? I don't want it to do that. So when I create my loop, I'm going to create my loop from the opposite direction that it's anchored down on. Okay? So when I bring this over itself, I'm going to come from this way and grab this side of the rope. So now when I pull down, see, it's not trying to cinch down on me.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll create it. We're going to do it up here high. Okay? We're going to reach through our loop, grab the end that's not anchored, pull it down, and now that will create that little loop right there, like I said.
Okay.
Go ahead and try that.
Like that? Or?
Okay, so we're going to bring this just like this. Okay, come around here, put your index finger and your thumb through there, grab this end.
Oh. Okay.
And then pull down. Okay? So like I said, now when you pull on that, that's not cinching down. Okay, so let off. Now do it, if you do it from the opposite way, okay, like say that you brought this around on this side, and you reached around and grabbed this side, and tried to pull it through. See how it's wanting to cinch down on my finger? That's what you don't want. Okay, come around from the other side, grab it, pull down, just like that.
Okay.
Except we're going to put it up just a little bit higher. As high up as you can get it to the toggle is really what you're wanting. Actually, you know what? Down a little ways would be fine too.
Missed roll.
That's fine. Perfect. Alright, so since I forgot that I gave that carabiner away, exactly what I was showing you not to do with creating your loop, do the complete opposite now and grab from your anchor side. There you go. Put that toggle in there. Cinch it down on it. Perfect. Now that will act as our carabiner. Basically, you can take this just like that, and our bag can sit suspended in the tree just like that. So now we don't have to bend over every time we want something. You just come over here, dig in it, good on your back. Okay, go ahead and check it, see if that's a good height for you, since you're all short and everything. Too tall?
I think it'll work.
Okay.
I just have to stand on my tiptoes.
Okay, so we're going to want to run a line from that tree, Heather, over to the tree that has the pack on it.
Okay.
Problem is the piece of cordage that you're holding is going to be too short. I have longer stuff, but I don't like using that long stuff if it's not necessary, because it's a pain in the ass to wind up. So I'm going to show you how to splice two pieces of rope together strong, and even when there's tension put on it, it's real easy to pull apart. Okay, so your first rope you're going to take and you're just going to put a loop in it like this, okay? Your second piece of cordage, you're going to come up from underneath, go through the loop, you're going to go around it, just like you're making a pretzel, Then the second one creates that loop right there. You're going to run through it and pull tight just like that, okay? So now I can really pull on that and put a lot of pressure on it, but as far as taking it and getting it undone, it's real simple, see?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so start, there you go.
Okay.
Take that one, bring it through. Now around.
Around. Okay, that's...
And then back up underneath
the green.
itself, yep.
Right.
Just like that.
That's
then
where I
pull
messed
tight.
up. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, that first knot that I showed you with the pack, going around the tree, you're going to go ahead and go over and do it to the same knot on that tree right there.
Okay.
And on this particular shelter, it's usually above your armpit. So for me, I usually would go right here. We're going to put it up a little bit higher, so kind of at the top of your head.
I don't know why I have issues with tightening.
Do this. Hold on. Okay, put your fingers right here, just like I'm doing it. Okay. Push on the knot. Here, try it. Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think it got twisted. So then raise it up where you want it. Put your fingers right there. Push and pull. Perfect. Then you can kind of just wiggle it back and forth to really cinch it down. Okay, so that split knot that you learned a second ago, the one that would cinch down on itself or wouldn't cinch down on itself, we're going to put that in this line here, okay? And we're going to put it, you know, in this ballpark area right here. So we do not want this to cinch down on itself. So when we create it, are you going to create it from the anchor side or the loose side? Exactly. So go ahead and create that same slip knot right here, grabbing from the loose side, just like.
We do it before we wrap it?
Loosely, yep.
Okay.
Just like that, okay? So when you wrap it around is what this is going to be. This is going to be a cinch point. So now see how we can really pull on this to tighten our ridgeline tight like this. We can really get it tight.
Oh, okay.
But I mismeasured, and this actually needs to come back to about here.
Right through here?
Yep. So we'll just loop it around. Okay.
What's up, Mom?
See how you can really do that? So if you created this loop from the anchor point, is what would happen is if you pulled this would cinch down on itself.
Right.
Okay, so at this point, after you pull this tight, like this, you're going to pinch this right here with your fingers.
Okay.
And then that same slip knot, you're going to come through and you're going to put it in right here. Kind of difficult to do one-handed, and so after you do that, then you bring it right there, cinch it down so that it doesn't lose tension, but we'll get it tighter. But again, when you're wanting to leave camp, that pulls free, that pulls free, that pulls free. Then you walk over there, and that's a quick release as well. And then you just bust camp really quick.
Okay.
Simple stuff, right?
Sure.
We'll go under. By the way, I'm teaching her a different way of doing the exact same thing we did, except it's using a different knot, not a trucker's hitch. I have no idea what this thing is called. Okay, so we're going to go under, pinch right here, wrap it, again, 4 times, bunch it up, okay, and you're going to put that slip knot right here, pull it tight. Okay, so now you can pull this way, and pull that knot, the coil towards you, while you push that rope there. Hold up, this one. Perfect. See, I'm going to push this one, and I'm going to pull this one. And that's just putting that coil in it. Okay? Well, like I said, it won't pull free here, but if you want to loosen it, you just put your fingers here and push on that coil and go that way.
Okay.
This is actually probably the easiest option for what we're doing now. But a trucker's hitch is probably a little stronger.
Okay.
But again, this one, pull that and it's also quick release. Simple stuff, right?
Simple.
Okay, so what we're going to make here is, a lot of people will refer to this as a plow point. This is not a plow point that we're putting up. It's kind of similar to a plow point, but it's not.
Okay.
So this loop right here, this is the center of your tarp. Okay, we're going to bring this up. We're going to take this loop. Hold that toggle for me. We're just going to take this loop and we're going to wrap it over it and then back through itself. Okay. Just like that. And then you're going to take that toggle and stick right through that loop. Go ahead. Okay. And that's what's going to hold that right there. Okay. Pull down on the tarp, just make sure it's secure. Okay, good. Okay, go ahead and pull your corners out now and try to stake it down. Just wanting to pull it up, isn't it? Okay, so ground's too soft for those stakes. We'll have to make our own. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these stumps out of here. Something to keep in mind is this is something that we're not used to back home. Where we're at, we are actually in Massasauga and Copperhead territory, okay? So when I go digging around in there, and this is also breeding season right now, so these snakes are all over the place. I want to make sure that my hands are not underneath the logs and everything else. I want to really check when I pull this thing out of there, okay? That's just something to be aware of while we're here camping too. Okay, no snakes. Okay, so we cut these branches down. We don't got to get too severe with the point because of how soft the ground is, so that'll work. Flare that side out too. Okay, now when we go pounding on this, sometimes this is going to have a tendency to want to split open and everything else. So if we actually just work our way around it like that, it won't want to split as we're hammering it into the ground. Okay, so This is what we're going to do now, Heather. So when we pound this into the ground, we wrap our line around this. That line's going to want to cinch on this and not want to slide up the stake. Easiest way to do that is just take your knife, okay, and you're just going to rotate it around, chop straight down, just like that. Not very deep, just 1/4 of an inch. Once you rotate all the way around, then you're just going to simply go in and just dig it out. What we're going to do, we're going to put a twist in this. We're just going to double that up and feed our stake through there, okay? When we get up to that point there, we're going to cinch it down into that crease, pull it over where we want it, and we're going to hammer this sucker in the ground. Now, if I was doing this with my axe, Heather, you want to make sure that you have your loop on, because if you don't, your blade is right here. You're swinging your blade up towards your head, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No.
Okay, so now we had Heather make us stakes. So we've staked down all 4 corners and as well as that back one. So now we've opened up. Problem is we've got a lot of dead space right here that we're not utilizing. So we're going to fix that problem right now. Before we do that though, we can stake down the other loops and everything else, Heather, but we can use these ones because they're not structural supports. So go around where there's other ones and just kind of stake it down. Okay, so how I had you join the 2 pieces of cordage together, Maya, hush. You're going to do the exact same thing with these loops right here, okay? For these 2 strands, we're going to create a loop. Maya, hush. Just like that, okay? Let's do that to all of them real quick. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to utilize all this dead space and draw this tarp up a little bit more. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put an exterior ridge line through them loops and kind of pull it out. If we have to, we'll run it all the way over to that tree. We might, well, more than likely we'll just take it to the ground, but if I feel like it's going to be beneficial for us to take it all the way to that tree, we'll do that, you know? And so when I go around this one, I'm going to act just like that's a tree and put that very first knot in it that I showed you. You know, that quick release? Put that through there, and then I'm going to run my line through these loops that we've now created on this tarp. So you can see that see how that's pulling that tarp out? So if we come back here and we stake this down way back here just like this, you can see that it's going to open up that center part. So the loop that we're going to put in there to go around our stake is going to be another slip knot, except we're going to take it and we're going to cinch it from the that side, so that way it tightens up onto the stake. You know what I mean? So So now it's tight on the stake. We'll draw this back to where we feel like it should go. Just like that.
Awesome.
You did a good job on them stakes.
Thank you.
You're going to have to play with. We may not even need that back loop, or we may just run it through and see what it'll do if we use it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and use it and run it just like that. Okay, you want to do the other side? That one knot. There. Grab it like that. Give it a yank. Okay, put the tin, tip of the tree, and do that one knot that we had talked about. Okay, do this. Take one over the top and one underneath.
Oh, okay.
Just makes it a little more structurally sound.
Is that good?
We'll go just a little bit deeper. Perfect. So what are you doing, babe?
Getting some leaves.
How are you doing it? With a stick, putting them on the blanket and then transfer them over into the shelter? Here's a quick way to do it. You gotta show everybody your butt there. Okay? Just go like that. Just right between your legs and onto it.
There we go.
How does it feel, babe?
Pretty comfy.
Stretch it out. Sit up, see how you feel. Got enough room where we can actually have a fire out here and everything good?
I think so.
Okay.
There you
Yeah. Okay, so I was flipping rocks. Underneath this rock here, I found a block for a northern water snake. These right here. These guys are actually, they're non-venomous. They are quite aggressive most of the time. Let's see if we can get him out of here. He's going to be okay. He's not showing any signs of aggression. He's cold. Okay, so when they warm up and everything else, you know, these guys are quite aggressive. But this snake here is commonly mistaken for a copperhead. This is absolutely not a copperhead. This guy is 100% harmless. Okay? So when you see something like this, what I'm doing right now, you got to understand, I have been handling snakes my entire life, okay? I understand how they work. I can see right now his body is starting to flare out. That means he's getting a little bit more aggressive. Okay, I've been studying these things my whole life, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. So I've had my wife doing all the heavy lifting, you see. All that wood right there, yep, she did all that. She gathered it all. Built this little rock reflector. Put up our shelter. She's learning a lot, and she's done a really great job so far. Alright, Heather, so this little knot right here, it's that same little coil system that I was showing you earlier. I set it up on this bank line so I can drop this down and then lower it or raise it back up just like that. So that's what that's going to do, is that's going to allow me to lower and drop our cooking pot into the fire. And that's actually a new pot that I got the week after we got back from the gathering. That's that one that Travis has been using.
Oh.
So I haven't even used it yet, so this will be the first time. But you can see as the fire dies down, you can just lower it just like that. And then, you know, if you stoke it back up or whatever, then it's just as simple as, you know, raising it back up, like so. Easy peasy, right?
Very nice. Oh. Why'd you throw rocks?
I'll throw it. Maya, look!
She like huffs. Funny.
Bring it here. No, come here. All the way. Oh, you mind so well. Stop it. No, get down there. Get down there.
Did she hurt herself going on hitting that rock? Let's go, dummy.
Okay, Heather is going, since she has done all of this today and she's learned so much today, she is also going to learn flint and steel. So, let's see what you can do, hun.
Okay.
There you go. Good job. Okay, transfer it down into there. Great. Got your tinder bundle?
Right here.
Okay, you're going to put your tinder in there a little bit. Okay, right on top of it. There you go. You don't have to blow very soft. You can blow decently hard because you've got a whole lot of coal in there. Turn your head when you breathe. Blow harder. Give it one more good blow. Hard. Harder.
Ugh.
Can you get it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
See how aggressive I blew?
Uh-huh. Can you be more aggressive with it?
Yep. Okay. Hurry up. Don't got a whole lot of time to waste. You can put on more than that at once. Put on a little bit of them leaves too. There you go.
It's making my eyes water. Whew.
Yeah, it'll stop smoking as much once it really flames up good.
Really? Made my eyes water.
Okay, now start adding some of the next size up on. You can throw on more than a couple at a time, babe. Good job.
Thanks. Thank you for helping.
You had it. You just needed to blow harder.
Oh, really?
The smoke was just getting to you. You could tell.
It was getting in my eyes and everything.
Heat rolling in there?
Huh?
I said, is the heat rolling in there?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
About to burn out, are you?
A little bit.
It's alright, we're just building up a good coal bed right now. We'll let it die down here in a little bit and we'll get the food on. That one right there. And we'll put that one right there.
Okay.
Okay, now see that bundle of twigs that I've got behind the firewall?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to grab a handful of leaves, a big handful, dump them right over them coals, and then take that bundle of twigs and put them right on top of them leaves. No, a big bundle.
Yeah, small hands. And then these ones?
Uh-huh. Just dump them all on there.
Dump them?
Yep. That whole bundle. Grab that whole bundle and chuck it on there.
Nope, I'm dropping.
Once the flames kick up, the smoke will stop.
I know.
Crawl out of there. And if you really want to help it along,
Uh-huh.
which you don't really have to, I mean, it's going to take off, but if you want to speed things up, just come down here and blow on it. Them coals hotter, she'll take off.
Yeah.
Alright, so I made my wife a squirrel cooker. It's crude, but this end here, I hand forged all that, heated this up, curled it around. The side's got a pot holder on it if you wanted to use it. I'll put a couple hot dogs on that, swing it over the fire. She can try it out for the first time. Thing's hot.
Uh-huh. Ooh. Wow.
Try it. Well, have you learned a lot so far?
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
Done good with the knots.
Thank you. Thank you for showing me. I'm not getting frustrated with you.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. This was fun.
What's it been, 25 years? 30? 50?
Depends on the day. Oh, can't go out that far. My face might melt off.
Like I said, if it was cold, we'd move that in 1 foot, but since it's warm, you scoot it out. It's kind of funny because when it's really cold, you're literally sleeping as close to that fire as you can get.
That would scare me. I'd be nervous about that. You know it?
Well, I don't mean like,
Well, I know.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Still a safe distance, but it's kind of funny because if you're facing it, this hide feels like it's going to melt off, but your back, your spine is freezing. So you turn over to get your spine warm, because if you can keep your spine warm, your core stays warm, but once it gets into your spine, it's cold.
Yeah. Something I want to point out, and it's so funny. It's cute, actually. You know, you have a little girl whenever you've been out in the freaking camp and you have glitter on your face.
She bedazzles me even when we're not, or she's not around.
Yeah. I kept seeing it in the reflection. That's too funny.
Well, good morning, Mrs. Wolf.
Morning.
How did you sleep?
Okay.
Stay warm?
Uh-huh.
No creepy crawlies?
If they happened, I didn't wake up to it.
Oh, okay. No snakes in there curling up with you?
Huh?
No snakes in there curling up with you?
Mr. Wolf? Dad?
Well, it was fun.
It was fun.
Unfortunately, it's going to be time to pack up here pretty quick.
I know. How did you get that out of the ground?
I just wiggled and pulled. I can get it, babe. You're gonna have a little bit more hard time getting it out. Might have to flip this over just a little bit. Okay, take your corner and just flap it over just like that. Huh? That's alright. Yeah, there. And you put one of these on like a fancy headband.
Oh, that's awesome. I made it look good.
Alright, well after 12 years, I finally got you to go tarp camping with me.
Uh-huh.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. It was fun.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you like it better in a tent or no?
No, I thought it kind of was actually the same. And so once we got all the bugs out, it seemed like, then it wasn't too bad.
I see. Alright guys, well I hope you have enjoyed this video. This was kind of exciting for me because it's not always, it's not all the time that you get to go camping on your anniversary. Maya! Hush! I'm talking! Damn dog. But anyway, Heather's learning, so it was a lot of fun. As always guys, have a good one.